So I received an email from the wife of my friend that I had mentioned in an earlier BBC, my friend who had passed away. And in the email, she commented about the 2 BBCs I had given, about his death before. And she said, I'm really glad to see that your collaboration with Bill is extending beyond his death. So I was really touched by that. It was so sweet of her to say that. So I thought that I would just talk a little bit about some of the things that I learned from Bill that I think might be very helpful to people. One of the things was he really cared about people. And so he was in the field of communications and mediation, conflict resolution, and he was able to do that so well because he really cared. Yeah, and that came through when he was working with the different people. It was clear he didn't take sides or anything. He cared about everybody in the picture. Another thing is, everything he came with full enthusiasm, and you saw, because he was here, he led some of our FOSA meetings in the early days, and he was helping us set up the office, and when we had difficulties with, somebody who was working in the office, he came, and he just came in with full enthusiasm and with optimism that this can be resolved. And that really struck me. He didn't come in with like, oh God, what a mess here. What are we gonna do? These people are just so screwed up. This situation should never have happened at all. He came in as like, well, people are not getting along. What else is new? This happens in samsara. I'm sure we can work it out. Let's hear what this one has to say and what they need, and let's hear what this one has to say and how they're looking at it, and let's get them to talk to each other, and we can work this out. And that's the way he came in, And so that attitude with which you come in as a person. You know how I always say, what you do matters, not the technique of what you have, but who you are as a person. So that's the kind of thing, how you come into the situation is what really influences the situation and what it turns into. Okay, so his optimism, his enthusiasm, his care for people. What else?
Carry through.
Huh?
Carry through.
Yes.
He didn't just come in blazing, he carried through.
Yes. Yes. His carry through is, he didn't come in and then just get you talking together and leave it. He came in and then he checked back with you later and like, how's it going and what's the result been and this. And this came up when we were talking about him last week. The people close to him were talking about how in a conflict resolution he would get people to come to an agreement, and then he would say, and I'll touch base with you next week and see how you're doing on it. And they all would go, oh, because so many people feel, well, we came to an agreement and then we'll just go back to quarreling after this guy leaves, But he really followed through. Yeah, and that helped people stay on track very, very much. Yeah, really helpful for them. And then, there's one other thing. What was it?
Generosity.
Huh?
Generosity.
Yeah, a lot of generosity, both in terms of times and materials and resources. And, oh darn, it was there. I'm having a senior moment. What else qualities have you seen in that are helpful? Yes, he was very clear about things, very clear, and yeah, like it's not somebody to be discouraged. Yeah, and oh, this is what it was. He had a lot of faith in people. and he saw people's good qualities, and he spoke to people's good qualities instead of speaking to their low self-esteem, instead of speaking to their depression and their I can't do it. He spoke to their good qualities. Yeah. And so in that way he was able to really encourage people and bring out the best in them. Yeah. So I think this is all kind of a way, it's an approach to life, you know? I mean, we can approach life with like, you know, this glass is half empty and everything's falling apart and it's hopeless and we're never going to get it together and blah, 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 which is very much a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, we just bring about what we're bringing into the situation. And in the same way, if you come in with, you know, people have good qualities, I'm talking to their, you know, to the good part of them, I'm optimistic and hopeful, something can, you know, can come along that's going to be good, we're going to follow through on this, we're going to make progress, you know, it's not all going to be ideal, but we can work together. So if we go in with that kind of attitude, then, you know, we're able to, like, get along with people and make things happen. Okay? So that's more collaboration with Bill even after he died.